So what's the question of the day? There is a thin line. There's a thin line. I think Olufunke and Omotoyosi are going to join me with this, right? So we there's a thin line between seeking opinion and self-validation. So let me explain what I mean. Yeah, what is that? What is the line? What's the line between you probably want to make a decision and you ask people, what do you think about this, what do you think about this, to get their opinion? Is there a line that you can cross from seeking opinion just for opinion gathering sake to actually not being confident of yourself? That's basically it. What are your thoughts?
So for me, I don't see anything wrong with seeking people's opinion, really. I mean, we learn from other people's experience. So yeah, it's good to seek opinion. But while seeking other people's opinion, you should have you should be able to make your own decision. Your decision could be from the opinion you sought, or it could be something you just decide to do on your own, depending on the information you have on this personal issue. Okay, so we were discussing this before now, and like you said, Mr. T, you said some people can't make their own decision, like they don't believe in themselves while making decision. Yeah, there are people like that who will seek other people's validation. I mean, I've been there whereby I have to I don't know. Okay, like maybe if we're discussing something, this was me before now. If we're discussing something and I say something, I want to hear somebody say, "Oh, that's good. What you just said is right." If I don't hear anybody say it, I start feeling like that was a stupid thing you just said. Do you understand?
This thing she just said right now, what it just reminded me of? I don't know if anybody in this room can relate with that. You put up a post on Instagram. The post makes sense to you. It makes 100% sense to you. You go and sleep. You wake up.
And nothing.
And there's no like.
No like.
See, let me tell you this for free. Some people out there can relate. Some people will delete the post. Why? Because it has not received the validation of others.
Yes.
Now, when you put it up, you probably were the one. When you put it up, dialogue you as in you were sure.
You were very sure.
This is so good. But then the validation didn't come. And then that just came to mind while we were sharing.
Exactly. So for me, it's good to seek other people's opinion, but at the end of the day, the decision lies with you. Take your decision and take your regret and just leave. Yes. Live with the consequence and just leave.
Okay, so I think I'd like to come in from another angle, and I would like to use an illustration. I like using illustration. Okay. All right, so I'm about to make a decision. Let's say I'm applying to a school for a particular course, and I read up online and I see that there are about 3 universities that are quite good for the course I want to study, and all of that. But then each of the schools, every school has their own requirements that they need for the school, and I'm like, okay, let's say one they need 52%, another one they need 50%, another one they need 48%. Looking at it, the school that 52% is like the one is the best among them, but I do not think I have the capacity to be able to write that exam, pass it up to 52%, and then I need advice or opinions about it. Personally, in getting other people's opinion, I personally feel you must have a blueprint for what you want.
Yes.
I must know what I want for myself. I must know that, okay, can I, looking at the way things are, can I work hard enough to be able to get the 52%?
Yes.
If I know that, okay, if I work hard, I can get 50%. Let me get other people's opinion. Do you think, is there anything you feel I can do to be able to make it up to this 52%? Or do you think I should just stick with my 50%, the one I know that I can do capacity? So first, in seeking people's opinion, the question is, how do you leave the boundary of seeking opinions and then lacking self confidence and all of that. So you must know what you want for yourself. It is very, very important. Seeking opinion is not bad, but then you must understand that as it is, opinions differ. Yes, people would give you different opinions, and the funny thing is sometimes you might have something in mind, and when you now share with people, you become more confused.
Yes,
like you will become more confused because everybody's saying pick green, no, I think blue fits you better, and all of that. But then you know that you like red and all of that, so you're like, okay, so what should I do and all of that. So knowing what you want for yourself is very key.
Yes, very important.
I'm a fan of you must know what you want.
Very important.
Two things came to mind while she was talking about that.
Very
okay, so growing up, I if I go meet my dad and tell him like advice or something that I need like a tangible answer to, sometimes it tells me go and pray about it. And for me that was so annoying. Like, go and pray about it. Like, how
just give me from your well of wisdom.
Just tell me you don't want to tell me, because I didn't believe that in the course of praying about it I'll get like a specific answer as to what to do. But now what a lot of us now do is when we go to pray about it, we don't sit there to hear what God has to say. Then we go to ask people and we do a toll to what opinions are more popular and we go for it. That's the first thing that came to mind. The second one is this let me take this into a context of relationships. Okay. And the ladies will be able to relate with this very well, especially Toyosi, right? If you want to go into a relationship, like back then in school, in university, any girl in my church then who had any intentions of going into any relationship with any guy had to get the consent of her pastor.
Wow. Woo.
No, it's not even then. It's still the same thing.
Existed. Wow.
I mean, you will go ask a girl out right now, and she might not tell you, but one of the things she needs to do is to go tell her pastor.
That the pastor.
You know, and the pastor might invite you over, and then they just check you out, and they'll be like, good to go.
Okay.
Good to go now.
So something came to mind as you were saying that. Now, what if this, like, I'm jumping off the ship a little. Right. So now I tell the pastor, there's this brother asking me out, should I? And then maybe in the course of discussing with the brother comes across to the pastor as a spiritual person, and pastor says, yes, sister Ruth, you can go on and be brother Isaac's be
woman of God.
Do you get
Isaac, you don't get
and then at the end of the day, brother is not even brother Isaac. Everything is show. Now that consent, will you say is a good consent or a bad consent?
As far as relationships go, I think experienced elders will not tell you exactly what to do. They will just give you pointers that you will still be the one that will make a decision at the end of the day.
I'm bouncing off what you said, that you need to seek the pastor's consent.
Yeah.
Now, if brother Isaac comes across to pastor as brother Oli, who are spiritual gone, do you get? And at the end of the day, brother is not spiritual. Brother is not even doing any spiritual stuff. You understand? At the end of the day, brother and Shay, we now say that's it. Because for me, seeking consent from a pastor before I date somebody, is there no? Opinion is different. Like, I'm sorting your opinion. There's this person. What do you think? Not that you tell me go ahead or don't go ahead. How?
I mean, I'm sure Toyosi doesn't agree with that.
All right.
as fathers in the Lord.
Okay, so let me come from this angle.
Okay.
The way I think it should be done is first, before you would even need your pastor or your parents or your mentor's consent concerning anybody, does the person fit into the standard of God? In the sense that, does he love God? Is he passionate about the things of the kingdom? Is that this is the way I feel?
Yes.
Is he well behaved?
Is he God fearing?
Is he God fearing?
Does he get me? Wait,
like, I understand.
I've come see Pastor T here. I've brought Isaac to Pastor
Tola
to say, and Pastor T is seeing Isaac as this brother he was, tongue blasting, Bible reading, everything. But brother is empty inside.
that? Why did you bring him?
Yeah.
You know,
Good
wait,
question.
No. Sorry. I'll take that back. Not that brother came across to you as spiritual. You went to meet pastor for consent. Pastor too saw it as, spiritual. And then in the what do you call it? What's that word now?
The process of
dating and everything, you find out that brother is empty.
And woman sharing now.
You know what I'm saying? How did you now do that?
Another thing is,
no, pastor was not a prophet. He just.
So that's why I said, why
principle.
should we seek consent from pastors?
Because
why not God? You can seek their opinion, you can seek their advice. Why not God? And then you get confirmation instead.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Okay. So, why I think you need their consent is because a lot of times, especially for we the ladies, once love entered the matter,
we don't see.
And the way the devil works is when he knows that you are interested in something, he would begin to give you. You begin to have dreams. Revelations,
around
pointers around that thing.
Yes.
So mentors, pastors,
attraction challenge.
mentors, pastors are there because the way you are perceiving it, this person might even be the perfect person. You would think, okay, everything is right, but you need their opinion, their consent, because where you cannot see, they have seen. Also, especially when the love, once there's, that's why some used to say, love is blind, marriage open your eye one day, but then. When you've not seen, these people have already seen. And most times, the reason why these people are there is because they've gone through the same phase. And again, all of these things actually boils down to the type of relationship that you have with them.
So
if you
so sorry, time we're run out of time already. Can you imagine that? How time flies when we're having fun. You know what, guys? We're gonna share this on Instagram, and you can share your thoughts with us, and we can take the conversation from there. Just maybe Toyosi and Funke will be right there in the comment section, actually responding to you as well. You never know. So hey, at Praiseworld _, that's where we are on Instagram and on Twitter. I want to give a special shout out to Oba. What do you guys think about Obaringi today?
It's cool.
Amazing.
It's like having.
I don't have anything. I don't have any addiction. I'm spending my money. That was bust my head. Jesus benefit.
You know when I heard, I'm like, brother like this coming from his background. Yeah, it's cool. I like that. I mean, a lot of people coming from his kind of background will be able to relate more with
absolutely.
him and his journey.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Exactly. So from Victor, from Sheyi, from Omotoyosi, from Olufunke, from Obaringi, and myself, Tola the Spice on the mic, we want to say a big thank you for joining us on the Praise O'Clock show today. We're back again tomorrow, and we have a guest tomorrow. We're going to be checking out his new album, Sound of Gratitude. His name is Timo, and you have to look out for that. It's going to be super dope, plus some specials as well, like we always do. On that note, God bless you. There's a repeat of this show at 4 p.m, another one at 10 p.m, and guess what? Our podcast is coming, so you will never have to miss any show again. It's a wrap from all of us. God bless you. Time it is. It is the Praise O'Clock show, 10 a.m. West African time, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every weekday, right here on PraiseworldRadio.com. We have all the very best of news, gist, music, and so much fun. All right, so make sure you catch us every weekday. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram at Praiseworld_, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube, Praiseworld TV. Oh, it's time. It's Praise O'Clock. I'll see you.